Yo! It's game time. What's going on Twitch? And YouTube too. YouTube, must not forget. So you're here with me, Vice Games, and it is 22nd of May, 2025. The local time, 4:36 p.m. and we're about to kick off some Pokemon TCG Live as usual. It is a month where I'm trying to upload max, I guess. I'm trying to upload a YouTube short every day. Don't know that I'm going to be able to realistically do that, but like, I think something that might be a bit more realistic is going for, let's say, 5 out of 7. So like 5 days, upload 7 times. 7 days, upload 5 times. I should make sure I say that correctly because it would be unfortunate if I put that kind of expectation on myself. Although, you know, there are people for whom this would not be the most difficult thing, but it is for me. I'm yeah, if this would be easy, everybody would be doing it, right? And everybody would just be a freaking YouTube influencer or some nonsense. Right? There's millions of streamers on this site. Millions. And there are not all, you get above like, I don't know, like 12 viewers, and you're in like one of the higher echelons of streamers. Hi Zenny, how you doing? So, the audio sounds good. So, we're gonna swing it to here. Oh, this guy did very well for me on YouTube. And now, like, I'm watching myself talk so I can test the microphone. That seems okay. Yeah, that seems fine. Yan Mega. It replenished my soul a little bit to see Cynthia just get destroyed by the bug. So what I mean is that my Cynthia's Garchomp short was not very popular. It did not hit at all. And that's fine. Yeah, it's allowed to. It's allowed to. Oh, so we're gonna settle in for maybe about maybe 3 hours, a little over 3 hours of Pokemon tonight. And somewhere in there we've got to do a YouTube short. So, Zenny, if you've got any requests, well, the early Zenny gets the worm. Okay, so I'm gonna say no because we're playing Tyranitar. Because I did not think that Yanmega would be a terribly good pick. But I was wrong. Clearly, I was wrong. So your intuition was pretty good there. Are people just a fan of Yanmega? I know I am. I know I am. Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, the two of the cards that have done well for me, in fact, 3 of them, they're all like cards that people think might be good, but maybe it's not. It's either not obvious or they're looking for people to agree that it could be good, right? Cynthia's Garchomp might be a little bit different because I think people think that it should be good, but the reality is that it might not be. I don't know. But, like, people wants the Titan to be good. I'm sure they want Jellicent to be good. And they want, Yanmega to be good. Or, like, it could be. I was actually thinking about this earlier, Zenny. What about Misty's Gyarados? What about Misty's? Because I think people are thinking about that card, too. Yeah, a little early today, Rema, a little bit. Dude, I don't want to Iono them, but, like, I kind of... Well, do I have to? No, okay, if they discarded this, it means they've got Iono in hand. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna Iono, and then we pull on them. Ethan's Typhlosion? What is this? Tibber, if you're out there somewhere... What is going on? Okay. Say thank you to my opponent, IRL. Thank you. Crobat EX. Ooh. Yeah? Yeah, alright. Crobat. Well, Crobat is kind of a proven quantity already. I thought that people were starting to replace Dusknoir with Crobat. Overseas. But, like, I'm, you know, I'm also down for it to be good. Do I keep the Budgie or nah? I'm gonna risk. Wait. I needed to put that 10 damage, like, anywhere. Literally anywhere else. Well, except for over here. I needed to put it on here or here or here. Now I'm just in trouble. No! Misplay. get what I deserve. They will certainly not get double dark. It will certainly not happen. Please. 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 I'm struggling back here. Yes! Good. Good. Also, this is annoying. What is that? So we gotta spread the damage around. I'm really not happy about having to do this. But they don't leave me with much choice. Riveting. Exhilarating. Hey, Mr. Ben. Well, the channel point redemption option is there. If you've got your 5,000 points or however much it costs, we can play. Huge. But if you stick around for a while, maybe I'll give you the discount. Maybe I'll give you a discount. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Take the research. Drippy. Let's put cape down. I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna use this. We can do this. We can do this. Adrena Brain. Now let's see what they do. Hi, Jevel. Welcome in. My opponent gets the second routes. Not fantastic for us, but let's see if we can make some kind of game of it. Do I know Fantasy Life? I do. I do. I haven't played Fantasy Life, but my wife has played a lot of it. You want the new one? Does look good, actually. I want to do this to, like, completely remove... Actually, no, that's not enough, is it? Because I want to do the 10 there. I'm kind of down to Iono, I guess. I would really like to have Tyranitar down and to, like, break the item lock. Still a chance. Boom. Huge. Okay, now they're in trouble. Now they're in trouble. We'll remove the Artisan after we, like, knock out a routes, maybe. FOMO, because all your besties are playing it? Ah. When did it come out? Did it come out this week? Switch? Yeah? On Switch? $3 Steam dollars. Oh, is it on PC as well? Dang. Sag. Maybe I should get it and stream it. That'd be a fun variety game to play. Play some Fantasy Life. The last, like... It's not... I wouldn't really compare it to Fantasy Life, but there was a game that I played a while ago. Gosh, I can't remember the name now. Fantasy Life was good, though. Can you have deck list? Yes. It was played by Thibaut at Melbourne Regionals, so it's actually up on Limitless. So I'll go find it for you. What? Okay, I'm gonna need Switch pronto. Any Switch? Any Switch? Do this. I have to discard that rare candy. Ain't no way. Zenny's on it. Please. 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 No! Okay. Alright, we just do it, yeah? Please! Yes! I'm the best. I'm the best. Now, the good thing about Tyranitar is, even if I lose that coin flip, the item lock is maintained. They still can't... Like, they don't get what they want here, necessarily. 4 energy in the discard pile is a bit of a worry, though. We'll see. Alright, Zenny found it before me. Zenny, if you want Fantasy Life, you're just gonna have to sell your rarest card. Go on, find some Trash ultra rares that you don't need. Just find like 50 of them. You're Milotic? You don't need Milotic. Cringe. There's no more Terra Pokemon. You don't need Milotic. All the Terra Pokemon will be gone in 2 years. You already sold them all? No. Alright. Metafy coaching class. Isn't that the way you're supposed to make money? Playing Pokemon cards on the internet now? One of your favorites? Yeah, fair enough. Dude, come on. Ain't no way. Switch. Switch. We can afford to lose an attack, I think. I think we can afford it. Just attack the thing, right? Wait. Watch this. Watch this. We already 2-0'd? No, we haven't. Need something to slow them down a little bit. Ain't no way. Still, this is going to be annoying being where it is. They need to just have an energy in hand to retreat it. You want a draft league with it? A Metafy class for your Miraidon, even though it rotated? It could end up being the best Metafy class for that format ever, if you just continue honing it, because nobody else will continue working on theirs. Bro. Rude! Wait, de-evolving won't achieve anything, actually, so it's fine. No, please do it! Because if they de-evolve me, I'll lose the special condition. Do it! Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Please. Yeah, you damage yourself, Jebel. Although I always forget the amount that it hurts you. Ooh. Wait. 170. Uh-oh. I'm about to get cooked by Screamtail, I think. This is when we say thank you to our opponent. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for doing that. Wait, what? Why am I still confused? I evolved, right? I shouldn't be confused. Yeah, no, it's just a glitch. Okay. Alrighty. Okie dokie. Palpat. Take an Iono. Should I play it now? I feel like I should. Goodbye. Ooh, boss's orders. Power pad? Sure. Stomp. A pretty niche situation, but yeah, maybe don't de-evolve the Pokemon you want to keep confused. Innocent enough mistake. Okay, Artisan means that they can get this Pheasantipity out of there without having to attach another energy. My gaming vice, as it were, at the moment is 100 Line. Has anybody here played 100 Line? It's on Steam and Switch. If you've ever heard of Danganronpa, you can see over here, Jevil, I've got 4 left. On the right. Yeah, contrary to popular belief, I do actually play more than Pokemon TCG. My wife and I have been playing 100 Line together. She'd been a big fan of Kodaka's games for like a really long time. If you've ever heard of Danganronpa or Raincode, those are 2 pretty well-known games from Kodaka. And 100 Line is a really amazing game. It's like the best game that's destined to never win Game of the Year. It's one of those games. Alright, I need to Iono because I've got to escape the confusion. She probably will. She probably will. If I tell her it's out, she'll be like, get me in there. Alright, let's recon. Please give me the Switch. Thank you. Boom. Boom. Junior Brain. Boom. Okay. Okay, I will say so. Yeah. When I play 100 Line, somewhere in the back of my mind, I think this is a very Zenny coded game. Yeah, I think so. I think if you tried it, you would probably see what I mean. Kodaka's games are always about like hope versus despair, and the characters are very like they're all like caricatures of different tropes. Well, there is a demo that you can play. It's like 5 hours long, and it'll probably give you a pretty good taste of what the game's about. Not necessarily, but there are characters of varying moods, that's for sure. Boom.
Blueberry underscore 166 just redeemed reviewer deck list.
Blueberry underscore. How you doing? Wait, let's think. Can I get a... If I can get a boss's orders here, I can win. I can win off a boss's orders. Let's do this and see if I can shuffle the order of the deck. No, but I can thin by one. I can get the Dracloak out and then just try and draw into the boss's orders. So if I Ultra Ball, I'm probably just Ultra Balling these two, because these two are potentially playable as well. And then we've got a few tries to get the boss's orders. Recon. Okay. If you like it, you'll have even more FOMO pain. Yeah, that's true. Alright, well, I guess I'll try Adrena Brain onto the Screamtail. See what we manage to get out of this. Rod is not really it, huh? What also blows is I don't have an energy to attach here. So, like, I want to maintain the item lock, but I don't want to knock out the Screamtail to do it. But I think I've got no choice. Let's take a moment and think. So I need to do something like this, right? Then I need to Ultra Ball, and it's probably like these two. What's remaining? So I really want to... I would love to switch into the Buju here, but I can't do it. I would also really like to not attack here too. And I suppose I don't have to. I could just sit and do nothing. I think the play is actually to pass. Strange, hey. But I think this is the play. Fatal Cookie, hello. What's going on, Blueberry? What happened? Your deck was too prone to prizes and win conditions were too complicated to play 3 games, which gave a bad result. But you were brave. You stuck to your guns and you gave it a go. So, like, I'm glad that you had a plan and you went in and you gave it a try. There'll always be another special event, another regional you could try. Yeah, husband that buys video games for you. Good plan. Solid plan. Solid plan. Okay, what I will say about 100 Line is because it's a visual novel, okay, you could probably just find long play YouTube videos of other people playing the game, and it would be fine. Alright, maybe I'll just sit down for 200 hours, play all 100 endings, and upload it to YouTube for you. Because that's one of the big draws of the game, right? It has 100 endings. Yeah. Yeah. It's the equivalent of reading 60 average-sized paperback novels. So... you know, if you do decide to fork out for it, it's very much worth it. Or at least I think. Okay, that's not good. I needed candy really bad there. Now I'm in a bit of grief, or a bit of strife, I should say. They're running out of time, too. This game has gone the distance, which I guess is what happens when you've got Budju versus Budju happening. If they max out damage on this Screamtail, like, I'll be able to knock it out, probably, with Monkey Dory, but then what? What do they do then? Oh, they whiff! They whiff the knockout! Ooh. 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 Hey. See, Baker, what's up? See, even if they go 60, like, they'll be on 30 HP. GG. Like, one of the lines of play they could go for is knock out the Budju, right? Ah, what are we doing, Tyrannosaur? Alright, what are we doing, God of War? What are we doing? Zenny's been activated. Well done, Seabacro. Alright, it's gonna come down to this. Can I hit Tyranitar Candy? Do I shuffle... First of all, should I shuffle the order of the deck? I gotta quickly check what I had before the Ionu. So they played Ionu. Yeah, so I need to shuffle the order first. So I guess I can do that via Artisan. Now, there's a reasonable chance that these... There are 3 cards that probably work. Hitting Research or the Candy. But I have no other way to thin the deck. So we are just going to do this. Dude! So I know I have to take the candy. Okay. Here's what we do. We take the candy, then we shuffle the order of the deck again to reshuffle the position of the research. Please. Wait, please. Please. Yes, dude! Clutch. Dang! Clutch. Dang. Woo! Nah, that's what I'm talking about. That was a good game of Pokemon cards. Whew. Alright, let me do that deck review for you real quick. It's in the Discord, yeah, Blueberry? So let's have a look. Blueberry is the latest take on Zoroark by the looks. Very good. Oh. 3 Ultra Ball. Yes. Okay, so let's have a look at Blueberry's latest draft of the Zoroark deck. So I'm liking the 4/4 Zoroark. 3/2 in the Darumaka. That's fine. Pretty good. Ends Reshiram. Pretty essential, so good to see it. Ursaluna. Not an Ends Pokemon, but just a very good Pokemon all around. Doesn't matter what category of Pokemon you're engaging with, apparently. Fez is good. We like the Budgie. Sigilyph is the oddity, right? I'll never agree with the inclusion of this card, but you do you. Like, if you dig the victory symbol, if you want to win against, like, I don't know, it's kind of like, the one thing I'll give it is that against, like, a wall type of archetype, Sigilyph is kind of clutch. I will give you that. Alright, you say you won 4 times in a row with it when you couldn't do anything, but the Sigilyph could be something else that would let you do something with it and be useful in other games where you wouldn't need it. Right? So that's all I'll say. The one argument that I'll make in Sigilyph's favor is that wall/stall/control decks tend to play around, like, you know, they will let you take, not necessarily let you take 5 prizes, but they'll play right up to the edge of losing, but they plan to just, like, or that their deck is built around the idea that they will stop you from taking 6 prizes, right? You might be able to take the first, second, third, fourth, fifth prize, but you shouldn't be able to take the last one. And that's where Sigilyph just comes in and says, victory symbol. So, like, I get it, right? And what I mean by not letting you take the 6th prize is that they wear you out of your resources. They should have a plan for, like, every deck and format. They know the counts of cards that they have to wear out, you know, as far as your resources go. And they calculate it in such a way that they run right up until, like, the very edge of losing, and then they plan not to lose. And then you just slap down victory symbol and say GG. So that's the one thing I'll give you. But I won't... Otherwise, like, you can say you've won 4 positions with Sigilyph, where you might not necessarily have been able to. But, like, my argument is that whatever card you decide to replace it with maybe changes that. Makes it so that you can win, and then gives you a card that's useful in other, you know, broader situations. How does it interact with DPL? So, remember, a double prize penalty, a double prize loss, is your opponent has to take less prizes to win. It doesn't change the number of prizes that remain. So otherwise, you could like double prize loss yourself on purpose and then play Iono or something. Or you wouldn't be allowed to do that anyway, because that's also gaming the rules. But the point is they don't want the rules to benefit cards like Iono. So if a judge gives you a double prize penalty or awards a double prize penalty, it just means that whoever isn't being penalized or now only has to take 4 prizes to win, but 6 prizes still remain set out, if that makes sense. So with that being said, it means that victory symbol doesn't apply in that way. And same with, or it shouldn't apply in sudden death, but, like, I don't know. Okay, we can have a difference of opinion on it, Blueberry. That's fine. My opinion is that N Sigilith, it has very, very, very niche use. Very niche. And I've already said it. Yeah, and like the trainers look good. 1 counter catcher, 2 bosses orders. You know, we like the black belts training. Maximum belt is certainly a choice. I'm not opposed to it. I worry about consistency, so like I kind of have a preference for other items. I think that Trolley is like hard to go past when you're playing the Arven. But at least Arven also gets maximum belt, so you know, if it works, it works. 9 this energy count looks pretty good to me too. 3 PP up, pretty good. Don't mind that at all. Yeah, like I'm always gonna give you heaps about N Sigilith, but otherwise, like the deck looks good. The deck looks good. N Sigilith, I think, is like a good choice if you're expecting a control-heavy meta. That's what I'll say. I think it's good in that kind of position. Now, speaking of Zoroark, let's play the Utrecht 5th place Zoroark list. No, I won't. Sigilith could win the World Championships, and I wouldn't agree. It could win 3... It could win every World Championship that it's legal for, and I wouldn't agree with the card. Fundamentally. Did they give us first? Do we play the secret box? Nah. Well, maybe. What would I discard here, though? I would have to, like, discard ends. I would have to discard Nest Ball anyway. Can I use Bombardier? No. Wait. No. Wait. Secret Box lets me use it. But it's like, am I trying too hard to use it? Am I? I like kind of want to do it just for fun. I want to do it. I want to do it just for fun. I'm doing it for fun. So we'll take Cyrano. We'll take Poffin. Wait. Oh no. Oh no. I thought I had a Vessel in the deck. Oh. I got cooked. My bad. Dang. My bad. No. I messed up. I don't know why. I assumed that I had Vessel in the list. But I was wrong. Yeah. I need like energy search. Now I look like a complete dingus. I just look really dumb. I know. Hey, Millie. Oh, really, Blueberry? Wheezing Shedinja? Joltik? Yeah, it's pretty bad. Why did I put the Bombardier down? No! No! I didn't even put down the Darmanitan, which is like the worst part. Didn't even hit them with the Darmanitan. Yeah, it's pretty bad. We're gonna have to discard a Zoroark here. Discard the Poffin first. We can't get we can't get the Darumaka because it's 80 HP. Alright, we got Turo. Turo helps. I don't want to discard any of these cards, but I guess Counter Catcher has to go. And energy is really good. And then we just hit them with the pollen. Yeah. That's what I was trying to do, but I forgot that I didn't have an energy searching item in the list. That wasn't a matter of prize checking, Seabaker. That was a matter of not knowing the list. Just thought I had it. And I did use the nest ball to check my deck. And you've got to check for 4 different things. And I didn't consider that I needed an energy searching item. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Ends Castle is still there, so we'll just do this. Trade. I kind of have to keep the Ultra Ball. Although I think this game is just over anyway. It's just over. Okay, I don't need the PP up at the moment. Darumaka is what I was looking for. These cards are getting really hard to discard. Because I really want to Turo the Bombardier as well, so they don't just take like 3 prizes. Wait, I can do this now. Watch this, watch this. Yeah, there we go. And I won't need the third Zorua, fourth rather. Fez is pretty good, given that they've got access to Pikachu anyway, so... But let's have a think. So I want this down. We can probably do this. Draw. And then Reshiram is the last card I need. Okay, good. So now I can do this. Reshiram. Energy goes over here. We retreat the card. I'm thinking about Defiance Band here to put this at 30. So that I can... But there's no way they don't just go for a one-shot, huh? I don't know. I don't think I'm going to get a much better opportunity, though, to try and set up a knockout with Monkey Dory. So I'm just going to try. Bit unfortunate. But not terribly surprising either that that's the outcome. It's okay. We got the Ionu. They've barely drawn a card themselves, so do not fret. Do not worry. So let's put an energy over here. Going to have to Ultra Ball these. Yeah, it's not like the... Dude. I might regret this, but... Like, this deck, this matchup rather, is already pretty hard, so... So I need to find a way to get Monkey Dory down, but it's not easy. Boom.
Sinister Cubone just redeemed card review.
Let's not take a KO.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
I need Pal Pad. Give me Pal Pad now. Won't need Cyrano. So there's the Pal Pad. So I can put back the Turo. Take an Iono and put it back as well. Couldn't hurt. Need to continue thinning. So I'll trade. There's the Turo. That helps. Do I trade? Yeah, I don't think Ursaluna is gonna be like super relevant. And I've got Rod anyway. Night Joker. Flame. And so what I'm hoping for is that they don't just have the lightning energy. Okay. Got cooked. No. Tried. I had a plan there. It just required my opponent to not get boss's orders off the top. Also didn't help that I put down the Bombardier for no reason. Zorak is free. Yeah, I see it. Yes, Zenny. Have you thought up a card for review? You had to redeem Revivroom Obsidian Flames. My apologies. Let me write that down so I don't forget it. Revivroom EX, right? Yeah. So is that the one that lets you attach all the tools? Do not at me and then type :3, please. Or any combination thereof. Okay? I don't want to see :3 at Vice Games or at Vice Games :3 or Vice space :3 space games. Don't! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Alright. Zero time. Okay. Is it Badoo or no? Badoo or nah? I feel like it's this. And then we just attach and then we pause. We keep the Monkey Dory active so it can tank a Budgie hit and then move the damage across. What did it do to me? It didn't do anything in particular. But this is my Twitch channel, okay? Twitch.tv/Vice Games. And that means I make the rules. And the rules are do not at Vice Games space :3 in chat. Or any combination thereof. Including at Vice Games space :3 space games. Hey, Digifang. No. Stop. Just stop. Just don't. If you have to put a question mark at the end, the answer is no. It's really quite simple. Hey, am I in trouble? They didn't budge me, so that's good. League headquarters would be bad. I'm going to attach a power glass, and then we're going to Ionu. Darumaka. I mean, Darumaka seems good, right? Boom. take away the spike muth. Oh, I didn't Adrena Brain. No! I didn't Adrena Brain. My bad. Okay, this is what it did. Alright, this is what that emote did to me. It's distracting me. Shut up, killer. Shut up. Don't laugh at my misfortune. Don't. Cyrano. Tips Fedora. Oh. Did I make a mistake? Have I made a grave mistake? Did not anticipate Grimmsnarl just hitting the board like that. No! I'm getting cooked. That's not good. Send in the Daramaka. Alright, so it has to be this. Apparently, there's only two Zoroark in the deck at the moment. Do this. You do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna draw some cards. The training. Trade. Do this. Reshiram down. So this might be... We might have to try and... Oh. I can't... I, you know. What's the... Oh, I played Cyrano, of course. Go tank a hit. Sibeka says you're a Morgaram. Morgaram prefers dirty tactics like ambushing because it doesn't have confidence in its brawn. Does that sound right? It's also classified as the devious Pokemon. Are you devious, perhaps? Yeah, I totally agree. I was just asking. Okay, so the problem that Grimmsnarl will have is if they swing into Zoroark and do not get a KO, then we just blast the Grimmsnarl. We'll just cook them with the powerful rage. Or the Freezing Shroud, just to be tricky, just to be different. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I'm just going to play Iono immediately. Enjoy your 3-card hand. Please do not interact with me any further. I do not know you, nor do I wish to know you. Okay? Trade. I'll say... Nest Ball, probably. The Zero is probably important, maybe. I really need to find energy. What the heck? Thank you. We've got to use N's PP up to prepare our Zoroark on the bench. Might even put another one... Oh, maybe not. Because it could just get blasted by Monkey Dory, huh? But yeah, now we just Night Joker and hit them with the powerful Rage. And then we'll see. So they will definitely get 2 prizes here. And then it becomes a question of whether they can collect that last knockout. And naturally, our board is a little bit resilient. The energy is a very welcome pickup off that Iono. What does that mean? What are we doing here? What are we doing here, Monkey Dory? What's the plan? Hey? What are we doing? So they're shrouding. Now what? True. Trade. Starts with the Darumaka. So I would really like to hit boss's orders here. Get rid of Sireno here. I like Night Stretcher attached to the energy. Yeah. Night Stretcher. Boom. Boom. And we go like 90-90 or 90... 90-90. Yeah. You think Snipe the Frostlass, Jevil? I'm a little bit more worried about Monkey Dory at the moment. Frostlass is scary, but Monkey Dory is a bit more of a nuisance with the targeted and increased damage that it can place. And I'm holding Turo in case I need to, like, eject something from the active. For example, that Zoroark is not doing a lot now that it has no energy. I think we just got cooked. Yeah. Should have Ionoed, huh? But I'm not to know that they have TM Devo in hand. Dang. Off to do dinner. Thank you so much for hanging out, Remo. Always good to see you. Little interest in Frostlass after almost all your opponents were playing Monkey Dory. Yeah. If you're gonna play Frostlass, you just have to play your own Monkey Dory too. And it has to be the type of lock. It has to be a lock as well. Yeah. That's precisely what I do as well in that situation. So that sounds a lot like the Gardevoir matchup. If I come up against Frostlass, I just put Charms on all my Monkey Dory and move the damage back. Okay, we're going to look at Revavroom for the lovely Sinister Cubone, who has kindly requested a review. So let's have a look. Revavroom. It's a fun card name to say. Obsidian Flames, OBF. Not OBS, OBF. Vroom vroom. Cubone! Are you here, Cubone? Cubone! Cubone! Okay, so we're looking at Revavroom EX. And it's got the ability Tune Up. This Pokemon may have up to 4 tools attached. If it loses the ability, discard Pokemon tools from it until only 1 remain. And then Wild Drift says, during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. So it's a pretty interesting card. Definitely interesting in the way that it breaks the rules, right? Any Pokemon that can circumvent the what's expected of you as a player in the game. So, for example, you may only attach 1 tool, or you may only play 1 supporter per turn, right? Alakazam is another example of a Pokemon that bucks the rule as well. So it's able to attack from the bench with Dimensional Hand, right? So I think any Pokemon that can do something weird like that is really interesting. This wouldn't be the first time that we've seen a Pokemon with the tune-up style of ability. But certainly the only one in format at the moment. Do I think it's good? It's not game-breaking, but you can certainly build a deck around it. What I would probably play with it at the moment, I'd probably try Metagross with it. Steven's Metagross. Let me find it. Because X-Boot accelerates 2 energy from deck, Revavroom can make use of it. It needs metal colors, right? So you use Metagross to power up the Revavroom, and you could dedicate more of your deck to just having cards that get tools. You could play Treasure Tracker, which is pretty fun when you think about it. It's pretty cool that you can play that. You can play your Town Stores, your Arvins, and whatnot. And the goal, I think, what you would want to do with Revavroom is look for cards like... So you could go Rigid Band, right? That's one that you could do. And reduce damage by 30. But I actually think you want to play the other one. The other Defiance Vest. Now, hear me out. The difference between 30 and 40 is already a lot with the damage reduction. But what if you just had an invincible Revavroom and you just didn't take prizes? I guess, like, you're missing out on the attack. I like Defiance Vest a lot, but I think you've got to think about the situation where eventually you'll pull ahead. I guess is what you gotta think about. So maybe Rigid Band is the play. So you just go like 4 Rigid Band. The attack also reduces damage by 30. And then you can just play Lab. Right? And then if you were really keen, what is that Pokemon? Who's that Pokemon? Is it Bastiodon? Doesn't exist. Did it rotate? I don't know. So there's a Hariyama that reduces damage incoming. So you could try it. I don't know that it's particularly good, but you could try it. You could also just play something like, what is that tool called? Hero's Cape? Play Hero's Cape, maybe? But this is the dream, right? To be able to reduce incoming damage by 180 with Wild Drift. And then just sweep with your one powerful Revavroom. It's not super good. Definitely a fun casual deck though, for sure. So, Cubone, I'm not sure if you're here or not, but that's my review. Yeah, I think you are AFK, unfortunately. That's alright. Sibek is bullying you? I don't see any recent messages other than your usual nonsense back and forth. Not you, Blueberry, not you. Cubone. Whomst I meant. We're gonna run back T-Tar. I don't think so, Blueberry. Not answering you. This is the problem with instant messaging. Can't just say that you're AFK. I like writing emails. And we live in a world where people want to instant message everyone all the time, always, forever. And they want to treat instant messaging in the same tier of importance as emails. But I'm an email guy. I like my emails. This sucks! This sucks. Alright, Turo, Screamtail, Energy, I lose. Yeah, I know I would. I do. I would and I do. Killer's just lashing out after Melbourne. And you know what? I don't blame you. You can combust in 5 minutes. Am I dead? Am I cooked? Am I cooked here? Pupitar. Now we got the buff do again. Buff do time. The Magic collab. Those cards are really cool though. Lux keep Budgie. I'm a bit worried about getting cooked by, like, Monkey Dory Dark Energy. I'm gonna be really dead if I don't try and protect this Budgie. Trying to learn from my previous mistake. Hate being broke. Zenny, you're just gonna have to sell the Milotic. I don't want to put down League headquarters. Yep, I am well aware, Gogeta. Well aware that that could happen. I know. But if the Budgie gets knocked out, I'm going to lose a lot more than 2 prizes. I'm probably just going to lose the game if Budgie goes down. So it's really important that I have it. "20 kilometers a day." Dang, Blueberry. That would tire me out too. What the heck? This might seem odd, but I'm putting it here. Because if we hit Tyranitar, then I can attack with Tyranitar. I'm gonna keep it too. No! No, ain't no way! Oh, I got owned by my own calamitous wasteland. No! Okay, alright, Dracloak, I'll take it. Here we go. Alright. Shut up. Love that. Love that. To be ready for it? Yes, you would, Zenny. You'd be the most excellent worm this chat has ever seen, I would say. Very impressive amongst your peers. Would it be more amusing if I said no, absolutely not. Humans only. I only allow humans. Train with the Shaolin monks? True. Train with T-Top Holt? I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, but no, I'm just playing Tyranitar. We're just trying it. We're playing it. I'm using both ways, huh? And Zenny's right. There's no Pult in the list. It's just there for the Dracloak draw. For the directive. Stare into a waterfall. So Larvitar needs to come down. Energy has to be played. I need to do something here. Because I have to play this Ultra Ball. Because my opponent 100% goes for Budgie. next turn. So I think it's the Pupitar, unfortunately, and we're gonna do this. And it's definitely Budgie that I want to put down. And then we retreat now. Don't do it later. Could have done it later, actually. Could have tanked a hit with the Droopy and then put up the Budgie, but it's fine. Learn from our mistakes. Yeah, true, Gogeta, true. Could work well together. I think it would be a hard... It would be a hard Pokemon to power up with the other attack, right? Or not the other attack, but Jellicent's, like, stronger attack. Okay, we get lucky, we get lucky. They got cooked. What's their situation? So they're playing Pult and they just have nothing. Love that for us. Love that. Let's look for some cards. I do not need the neutral zone at the moment. We're going to Ultra Ball these. I will grab a Pupitar. Fallen. Yeah, I guess you could, Gogeta, you could. They are on Struggle Street over there, which we are very okay with. So I'm gonna do this. It's never, you never play the double Monkey Dory. You never play the double. We want the double Dreepy. That's what we want. And then we Directive. Kind of want the energy, man. Wait, what if I got in hand? If I already have, yeah, I already have a cloak. My bad. Energy. Boom. Go on then. Go on then, Dusclops. Do your worst. Well, I'm scrolling back up to read what Killer said, and Killer just said, I simply tried to have a blast. Yes. How did the deck that we discussed go for you, Killer, if you're still there? You lose. GG. Wait, not allowed to say GG. Remember, not allowed to say GG. That's rude. And so is Tranta. You may say at Vice Games GG in chat. That's fine. You just can't say at Vice Games :3 or any variation of. Yeah, I don't know why Killer's catching all these strays. I don't know what's going on with that. If you have to test the waters with your messages to see how I respond, most of the time, you just shouldn't do it. You just shouldn't. But here we are. Alright, if I send up the Droopy, they'll never know, right? They'll never know. the runt. Dude, this hand blows. What the heck? I think this could be a Cleffer game. It requires me to like top deck Cleffer, an energy. But otherwise, I don't really have a lot going on. So it's gonna be this. You might be thinking, ooh, cringe, why would you discard the Monkey Dory? But I have to. Please understand. Okay, whatever, Seabaker. Seabaker, sacrificing chat room members to appease the RNG gods of Pokemon TCG Live is a pretty novel idea. I'll give you a virtual sticker to approve, but probably not going to work. This game is pretty ironclad. I don't think any amount of sacrificing virtual avatars is going to help. You can go to Shadow Realm. Hopefully they got TV in there and Wi-Fi. Hopefully they got cool Wi-Fi. We'll do this. Hit me with your best shot. Hit me! Come on. Hit me. My favorite rogue deck in the last 2 years? It would have to be Zoroark Phantom Transform. And, like, okay, I wouldn't really call it a rogue deck, but it was my favorite, like, archetype, I guess. Zoroark was definitely a known quantity. But I also think that, like, the term rogue is one that you probably have to view differently nowadays. Nowadays, every single possible deck out there, almost every single one has been discovered. Alright, before the set even comes out, let alone afterwards. I'll put another one up there too. I thought that Dodrio Steelix was an amazing deck too. I thought that was an awesome deck. Very impressed. Please. Imagine if I had clicked Spike Myth. I wouldn't have drawn a second Budgie. Wait, I should be putting Tyranitar down. Oops. Oh, but I don't want it to accumulate damage from Freezing Shroud. I never said, let's hit Zenny with the hammers. I never said that. Am I cooked? Yow. Okay. It doesn't matter what I bring up, apparently. Oh my goodness. Okay. Dude. You play Grimsnarl? Hey, Cuban, I did your card review, and you were gone. Do you want me to go through it again? I can do it again. Pack it up? I think so. At Vice Games Love Heart is fine. It's a show of support. That's permitted. At Vice Games GG, at Vice Games Love Heart, or other such emotes. Fine. :3 is a little bit too devious. Yep, that's fine. I'd prefer the Twitch emote, but fine. Lowercase c : is also fine. I'll permit that as well. If you mistype a 3 by mistake, device. The colon capital D is very NPC, but that's fine. What is that? Emote sinister. That's cute. Oh, it's a Cubone. Did I call you an NPC? No, I'm saying it's NPC behavior. Wait, I should have played a Budgie down? I'm dumb? Hello? I'm dumb? Hello? Hello? I'm stupid? I'm stupid? I'm stupid? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I need them to take the first KO. That's why I'm playing it this way. I don't think Budgie would have helped me that much. Cleffer drawing more cards is probably better.
See,
oh, it's Sparks!
We meet again, like we promised.
See, we meet again, like we promised. Sparks, thank you so much for 7 months. How have you been? The meanest thing I ever said to you? I'm not even saying it about you. I'm just describing behavior. I'm describing your chat. Okay? You're gonna test the waters, right? Then I'm going to give you a response in kind. It's just how it works. I need to get new headphones. This is broken. It's purely cosmetic at the moment, it's for show. You didn't know you needed a second monitor? Yeah, you will actually. There's not really much getting around that. You will need one. You can find monitors pretty cheap these days, though. Like, you might be able to find, like, you know, head to a second-hand shop or something, maybe. I don't know. Facebook Marketplace. There's bound to be somebody out there who just doesn't want theirs. Dude. Dude, I really need them to stop being cringe. Most of all, I just need them to take a knockout on one of my Pokemon, but not Tyranitar. Just looked at Best Buy and get them for like under 200. So only one of them needs to be like super nice. The one that you use to like handle all your stream stuff on is probably fine. I guess like the other option would be like a TV. I don't know. But yeah, a second monitor is probably the play. Spark's probably the play. Okay. It's a go. My opponent has taken the first KO. Good. I'll promote the Cleffa just for now. But the plan is such. We do this. We're going to do this. And then we're probably just going to research. Because I don't know what's going to go in this spot. But we'll figure it out as we go. Let's see if they drop the item lock. You have to imagine that they will. They haven't got a lot of cards left. And now they can't play items, which is important too. Streaming with one monitor is rough. Yeah. You basically have to be playing a game that works in window mode. Like you can't go full screen, that's for sure. iMac is the computer and monitor in one. Yeah, fair. I don't even know how you go streaming from Mac, but OBS is open source, so I'm sure it can be done. I was hoping to have booster packs to open today on stream. My wife went looking. Couldn't find any glory of Team Rocket. We tried. She happened to be out at the mall, so I asked her, "Hey, while you're out there, can you just like stop in a couple of shops and look?" She's the goat. It's true. She is. Dude, what? Am I cooked? Any Turo fans? Anybody got a Turo lying around anywhere? Dude, this is so cringe. Ah! No! What do I do? I don't think I have any more capes either. We'll have a look. We'll have a quick look. Is there any other capes? Because the funny play would be to... Neutralization zone? Still not good enough, huh? Fez draw? Fez draw? No. Yeah, it's GG. Cooked. Look, when you play this game, games of this game go this way. Don't quote me, because that was an awful English sentence. When you play this deck, games will go like that. They'll either be blowouts for us or blowouts for them. There's almost no in-between. Often no in-between. Hey, Cubone, are you here? Cubone. Cubone! Cubone! Are you here, Cubone? You are. I'm gonna give you the replay. Reva Varoom. So we already talked a bit about it, but we'll talk about it one more time. So this card's like kind of cool. It's kind of interesting because it's got the ability tune up where you are able to ignore the written rules of the game and attach up to 4 tools to it. Okay? Normally you can't. Obviously, normally you can have between 1 and 1 tool. Or 0 tools. Right? But Revivaroom is special and gets to have 4. And so, like, I think you're naturally inclined to want to attach tools that synergize with the attack, right? So the attack says it takes 30 less damage from attacks after applying weakness and resistance, right? So that's cool. But let's have a look at, like, what combos there are potentially for this card. So I was thinking just now, a really, like, lit combo for this card would be where is it? It's oh, emergency jelly rotated. Hey, oh no, jelly's rotated. Okay, I was gonna say jelly, but I guess not. I guess not. You can go the quad vengeful punch if you wanted. You could go the imagine handheld fan. Imagine you go quad handheld fan. That's funny. And you, like, move all the energy off their Pokemon and put it on something useless. So I guess, like, probably the dream. Okay, here are the 2 things that I would look at. Binding Mochi would be hectic. Like, just add 160 damage and sweep with Revivaroom. Or you lean into the defense aspect and you play Rigid Band. I was going to say the Defiance Vest, but I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about this tool now. Defiance Vest is, like, interesting because when you multiply it across 4, then you end up reducing 160, and then the attack reduces another 30, so it's 190, and then the tool, the stadium, the Full Metal Lab, reduces by another 30, so it's 220. That's a lot, right? And so if you use Rigid Band instead, you're losing out on 40 damage worth of mitigation. But the problem is that once you pull ahead in prizes, you suddenly lose 160 damage worth of mitigation. So you probably have to, like, either you chop and change, like you use some Defiance Vest, some Rigid Band, and try and play between the lines there, or something like that. You go the four gemstone probably doesn't work most of the time because of cards like Latias. Alright, Luxurious Cape doesn't work. Probably for the best. It's probably for the best that we can't attach 4 Luxurious Cape. And then your opponent takes an extra prize for each one equipped. Handheld Fan is hilarious, though. Imagine you attack, and then your opponent moves all of the energy off. Broken. Choice Belt? Yeah, just go the quad. What about Mochi, though? What about Mochi? I think Mochi's good, too. Alright, and so, to make Revivaroom work, it just needs something that can accelerate energy to it well. So your 2 options at the moment are probably Arcaladon. Okay, Arcaladon with Assemble Alloy. You could even run the Metal Bridge Arcaladon as well to give yourself some maneuverability. Or we play Metagross. This is your other option. You could try X-Boot to accelerate the energy into play. So, take your pick. I think the deck, or like the card itself, it's fine. Like, there's obviously an interesting and cohesive idea there that you can build around. It's very, like, it's very clear what you're supposed to try and do with the Pokemon. And it's just a matter of, like, looking for the cards that help you. Also, I will say the other thing that that card lets you do is it lets you use that, there's that ace spec treasure tracker. So that, being able to play like an ace spec that's probably worth like 2 cents or whatever is pretty fun. Imagine you play treasure tracker and your opponent has to read the card, which they certainly will have to. I get to do the thing I like. Branching evolution. Yes. I am a fan of branching evolution paths. Indeed. One of my favorite decks. One of my favorite decks ever. I will have to... So you have to go... Okay, it's so weird. You have to go like here, and then go create a deck. It's not even gonna let me build the deck out because the cards are too old, but one of my favorite decks ever was Flareon. Team Plasma Flareon. For the attack Vengeance here, it does 10 more for each Pokemon in your discard pile. Right? And then you played it alongside just like a really wide variety of Pokemon. The main ones are cards like Vespiquen. So, Bee Revenge. So again, it play... Actually, no. Sorry. My bad. I did at one point play... I'm sure I played this Flareon as well, but the deck that I'm actually thinking of is Vespiquen. This is the one. So, Bee Revenge, it does 20 and then 10 more for each Pokemon in your discard pile. Team Plasma Flareon is so cool. Yeah, like, I played a lot of that as well, but I'm sure that these didn't... I don't know. I don't think they existed... Maybe they did exist at the same time. I think they're only a year apart. But basically, it's this Vespiquen, and then there were like... So, for example, I think Jolteon from here, it changes your Stage 1 Pokemon into Lightning. Okay, just as an example of, like, interesting card effects. There are just, like, a bunch of Pokemon that you played alongside that, that Bee Revenge attack. You played, Empoleon with Diving Draw. Because of the ability. So you discard a... tell me if this sounds familiar. You may discard a card from your hand if you do draw 2 cards. Tell me if that sounds familiar to you. This was printed in 2012? What the heck? Was that like a more recent printing than that? Well, anyway. So it was like cards like that. There was cards like... so there was like Unknown Retire? Unknown? It was Farewell Letter. Farewell Letter Unknown. You discard it from your bench to draw a card. There was cards like... Oh, that Empoleon you got into play using Archie. Archie's Ace in the Hole. So you only play it when it's your last card. Put a water Pokemon from your discard pile onto your bench and then draw 5 cards. So that's, you like cheat out the Empoleon. And yeah, there was heaps of Pokemon. If you look far enough back on my YouTube channel, I'm pretty sure I did a video about it at some point, maybe. But like back then, I wasn't doing like proper deck profiles or anything. I was just like uploading matches and putting like random songs on them and stuff. Thinking back, I wonder why I never, like, properly tried to do, like, deck profiles. Maybe because I thought I sounded too nasally back then. Still kind of sound nasally now, but this microphone does a lot of heavy lifting for me. When Gardevoir profile? Tonight. Maybe. Probably not tonight, because it's going to take a while to export. But it's like... I would say it's like 90% done. So definitely tomorrow, maybe tonight. Have we decided what card I'm going to review, by the way? Do we know yet? Oh, we're dead. Okay, maybe we're fine. What are they playing? Metagross? Arcaladon? Metang? Oh. TCK, where are you? Where are you, TCK? Where are you? Okay, good news. Turn it up. Bad news. Gotta research the hand. Good news. They didn't bench anything. Barely got the energy. Droopy? Okay. Duh. Okay. Misty's Gyarados. Do you think? Misty Gyarados. Typing it because you were in ad jail, I could see. Let's go with another Avatar. Okay, energy. Knocking them out's not going to be a big deal because, or like Ionoing them is not going to be a big deal because, you know, they haven't got anything set up anyway. Burned. Cringe. All right, we'll look at Misty's Gyarados and try and figure out what to say about it. Misty's. What was the last time I played Expanded? I played in an Expanded Cup a few years ago, and I played Shocklock, which is that's like the. It's a very inaccessible deck for most people because it plays 4 Tropical Beach. And I own 4 Tropical Beach, so I was able to play it. It's a...
Boom.
It's a...
Blueberry _ 166 just redeemed card review.
Where you loop the... So there's the Evo Shock Raichu, where you put it down, and you paralyze your opponent's active Pokemon. In the active spot, you have Stoutland, whose ability is while it's active, your opponent can't play supporters. And then it has a pre-evolution, a Lillipup, that has the attack pickup, which lets you get an item card from your discard pile and put it into your hand, or like a trainer or something like that. And so the idea was to just continually loop the Raichu while your opponent just cannot do anything. And when did I last play it? Years ago. Like, a really long time ago. At least more than 5 years. We'll put it that way. We'll have a look at Shedinja in a sec. Excadrill Control. You want me to play a control deck? Have you ever watched me live stream? Have you ever seen me live stream the Pokemon card game? Tusk Mill for a month? That's Mill! It's Mill! Mill and Control are not the same. They're not. They share shades of each other, but they are distinct. Okay, I'll look at this card for you, Blueberry. Let's have a look. Oh, that means I've got to back out now. I've got to go casual, expanded. No, 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 no. No, I wasn't planning on playing expanded. Okay, we go here. Yes. Okay. Shedinja. Announce Rototiller at an expanded event. I remember that card. Shell. So is it this one? Shedinja 95. No, it's not this one. Vessel of Life. So the ability says, once during your turn, discard all cards attached to this Pokemon and attach it to one of your Pokemon as a tool. And when the Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out, your opponent takes one fewer prize. Yikes! Yikes! Yeah, Shedinja's cool. So the only way you can get Shedinja into play... Wait, could you just put it on the Nincada? You just evolve from Shedinja into Nincada, right? I don't remember if this one got played much at the time. Because there was Poipole. So there was this attack, right? So Poipole, okay, as much as I like Sun and Moon to Lost Thunder format, everybody just likes to forget that this Pokemon exists. Knockout Reviver. During your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon is knocked out, your opponent can't take any prize cards for it. Okay, and so Poipole became like the basis of a really, really annoying stall deck. Cute and silly. Poipole is a cute and silly Pokemon, that's for sure. So Ultra Beast is well enough liked to be chosen as a first partner in its own world. Wait, what? So in the Ultra Wormhole world, Poipole is like a starter Pokemon. Hilarious. Anyway, wait, cancel. So it's not about that one though. It's not about Poipole. We're talking about Vessel of Life. So I mean, like the ability obviously potentially very good. But you know, it comes at a cost. It's at least a 2-card combo. And then even if you do manage to use the Vessel of Life to put on one of your Pokemon, it's then like how many cards are you investing to achieve what, like making sure your opponent can't take an extra prize. There are a lot of cards in Expanded which can achieve a similar effect without requiring so many steps. But look, if your deck can pull it off, why not, right? Maybe you just run it as a 1/1, you just try and weave it in there, no problem. Anything that you can do to offset the prize trade makes a lot of sense. The card that I'm thinking of is Life Do. Where is it? This card's broken. Your opponent takes one fewer prize. And now we have things like Legacy Energy too. 4/4 Wheezing. Yeah, like, look, it makes sense. Let's have a blast. Is that the one that knocks out both? if I forget what that one does. Yeah, it's the in format one, right? So it makes sense. Reusing life dew and Excadrill control. Powerful. Let me view the banned card. Do we remember this card? Lysander's trump card? Oh my goodness. The last national championship I was able to play in, because they stopped doing nationals after 2016, was one of the final Lysander's trump card tournaments in the world. They banned it like days after our nationals. So I don't think America, like US nationals, had to deal with this card, but we did. I'm gonna play another Zoroark game, and then I'll settle in for a review of Misty's Gyarados. Life Dew not allowed? Yeah, it's allowed. In expanded. Don't think it's banned. Oh, maybe it is. I don't actually know, because I don't keep up with the expanded ban list, but I don't think that Life Dew is banned. Because you could just... Isn't there a tool that... Is there something that sends it, like, tools to the Lost Zone? Thought there was. Maybe I'm wrong. There's a lot of, like, tool control that exists. Yeah, Lost Vacuum. So you could just permanently remove it. How did I forget Lost Vacuum? Yeah, Life Dew is strong, but it's got very easy counterplay. Okay, what do? Wait. Bombardier time. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Bombardier time. Bombardier time. Because this time we've actually got the energy in hand.
You always got some super fly shit. How much you got? More than you need. What kind of cut was it? Snort you just had was on the board. Damn. A man I ain't
And you keep the energy.
trying to make it real, baby, like it is.
So we got Cyrano.
This is what you...
Let's just double check we got all the EXs, which is good. We take Ends Castle. I'll take Power Glass. What item though? I should probably take an item that I can play this turn. So does it have to be Poffin here? It's a little bit weak. It also, like, kind of defeats the purpose of going for carrier here, but... It's fine. Ends Reshiram? Seems correct. It would be nice to have room for the Monkey Dory, but I don't think it's happening. Power Glass is going to do some work for us here too. Maybe I should try and go Shadowy Wind. What do we think?
Super fly shit. How much you got? More than you need. What kind of cut could it take?
Reggie Drago. Don't you? You just go to Limitless.
You down. Trying to make it real, baby, like it is.
Oh,
Maybe this
Yuki beat me. Beat me to it. How you doing, Yuki?
pimp.
Yuki, you're up early. What the heck? Good morning. Yuki, we got the bird. Yuki, have you considered Air Balloon Chen Pal? Have you considered it? I'll see if I can help you out with a direct link to that tournament. Tournaments. Aichi League expanded. Yeah. Oh, hey, Blueberry. Be a hero and play the slacking Volplume. Be a hero. Okay, so we do this. Apparently, I am not permitted to Okay. So I'm gonna do this. I think I want to go for the Shadowy Wind, which seems like a misplay, but come on, it's funny. It's funny. It's funny, if nothing else. Got the Ends Castle. Thank you. Thank you. I don't want to get rid of anything in this hand too, so we're just gonna chill. The Balloon Pal. How does the balloon help? So I get in my mind the logic would be that you get to free up one bench space. So you don't have to dedicate a bench space to Latias if you've got balloon. It helps your back Excaliburs, but mainly it's so that you can swivel between your Chen Pal. That's like the thought. Whether it's like actually good enough to want to play is another question, but yeah. You said you switched. You don't play Latias either? Dang. Alright. Yuki, what are you on now? What are we playing now? Where has the Chen Pal migrated to? I just assumed Latias was in, but if not, makes sense. Do I survive? I do. Barely. So what is, like, okay, what is amusing now is I actually can prep a Zoroark in the same turn. So we can Shadowy Wind and start to threaten. I get to retain all of the energy by just putting down the reversal energy. And then I can end PP up and prep this Zoroark. Failing with N and Utrecht. Oh, no good. Let's do this. 1, 2. So, like, I really wanted to draw cards, but I need to keep all the cards that I haven't. Well, I don't need to, but I don't want to discard the boss's orders. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to ends PP up. And we actually want to send up a Zoroark that's healthy. So we'll just go Shadowy Wind. Boom. keep all the energy. And now what will you do? Now what will you do? See, even if they have something like the boss's orders to try and knock out Zoroark, we're chilling, right? Because one of our Zoroark should be able to attack next turn. Provided that we don't get stuck. And we've got the energy to work with. And if nothing else, we've got a couple of trade. You got a standard Chen-Pao list to share? Alright. You definitely have to be an enthusiast to play Chen-Pao at the moment. And it's very, like, unfortunate. Because the deck is very strong on paper. Or, like the idea of it should be strong in any format. So it's interesting that it's not so effective right now. But the format is going to start getting a bit wild with the item lock and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I like the Greninja. Well, goodbye, Bombardier. Boom. Goodbye, Cyrano. Boom. I need to discard one energy. So I'm angling for the PP up. We need PP up. So we're gonna do this. I feel like I have to do this in case I need more than one Darumaka. So more than one Darmanitan. And yeah, the only thing that makes sense here is to use Powerful Rage. Right, so in hand, rather than... Oh, we're going to be on equal pricing, actually. Well, I'm making an assumption there, too. If my opponent goes, like, double Monkey Dory into this, then they'll have a prize lead. They can certainly get there with Spikemuth. They would just need the double monkey. Actually, no, they only have to singular monkey into this Zoroark and then the Frostlass finish it off. So if they have something like Countercatcher or Boss's Orders, that's pretty bad. Yeah, thank you for sending it to me, Yuki. Do you want me to share it on screen and have a look, or is it secret? Is it secret Chen-Pao business? Disruption and item lock hurts because it's not like Goldengo or Bolt where the deck has a built-in draw. It's like it's true. That's like the main problem. You just like sit there top decking since you don't have a draw engine, which has always been like the issue with playing Frostlass. Right, you have to come up with, like, other ideas around drawing cards if you have Frostlass in your deck. Feel free to do whatever. Okay, well, we might have a look at it soon. Something I need to do during the stream, and Yuki, you'll remember from watching me for as long as you have, is that I'm always like trying to make YouTube videos out of whatever I'm doing on stream, right? And so this month, almost kind of randomly, I've decided what I want to do is... Oh, yikes. Ah! Ah! That's not good. So they'll get the 2 prizes, so I'm going to do this. Yikes. I'm trying to upload a short every day. So it's a lot of work. A bully Zenny montage. Any Ionos? Any Ionos in chat? Anybody in Iono? Could you just hop onto screen for me, please? Okay, we do this. Okay, that's step 1. I kind of want to use Turo here. Because this loses to boss. But if I use Turo scenario, I can deny the win. What do I need to grab back? Probably just dark energy in some way. I gotta be kind of careful here. Nah, I think I'm cooked if I don't go the doubles Aurora. There's like no chance. And I really wish I didn't have to use the PP up now, but I think I have to. I think I have to. It's very annoying.
Sora!
Nature Gaming, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, we flame body. Boom. I guess we want to knock this out, right? It's a much better target. And like it's looking good. Ends Reshiram plus Zoroark plus energy is GG. So we have game on board. It does like come down to what they do on this turn, of course, but we might just scrape this one over the line. Nothing's a sure thing, of course, but we'll see how it all pans out. Because also, we've got to take 3 prizes, too. The box. Oh. Sorry. Yeah, so... If you redeem an expanded deck review in the next coming days, would I review it for your monthly expanded tournaments? Yeah, we can have a look. I can only give you like my impression of it. I can't really give you very useful advice because expanded is really the Wild West. I have no idea. I have no idea what to do. So my opponent is starting to try to really dig for the answer here. It's not so simple. Because I probably removed the win con from the board for them. So we'll see. Lugia or Drago? What if I play quad Lily's Clefairy with quad Pearl? Does that work? Enhanced hammer. Okay, so 220. So En's Zorua has to go active here. Has to be. Because I'm not feeling confident about drawing into En's PP up here. I mean, there's only one in the deck, so... Trade. We'll get rid of the league headquarters. Stretcher? Okay, let's think. So close. I'm gonna take a quick peek with Artisan. Gotta have a think. So the interesting thing is that I can grab a Zoroark with the Rescue Stretcher, which means I can draw. So we're just having a think about what I can draw into here. Because the other thing is I can grab Darmanitan as well. So I think it's definitely this. Black Belt's training is good. I think we just grab Zoroark here. Because I don't want to lose to, like, I don't know, Shadow Bullet plus double Monkey Dory. But I guess Darumaka also loses it for us if that happens. It's too bad. Like, if I had an extra attachment ready this turn, I could Monkey Dory for game. But it's okay. Let's trade. Get rid of this. Iona was super interesting. But am I better off just using Black Belt's training? Because otherwise I'm going to whiff this knockout by 10. So there's double Frostlass. This is 170, so we're doing 190. So they're going to live on 10 HP if I don't Black Belt. So I think I just do it, because it's probably the thing that they're banking on me not being able to do. You know, if they have it, so be it, I guess. So be it. Cook to Devo. Oh, yeah, I hadn't even thought of that. No! Say it ain't so, Yuki! Say it ain't so! No! I would lose anyway, because they would Monkey Dory and then attack if I went the Iona route. No! I lose again! No! Oh, well. It is very funny to see Master League get flooded with Marnie's Grimmsnarl, and everybody's complaining that, like, oh, it's a fake format. Playing Mist Energy? True. Where's my Rabska at? Where's Rabska? CC Iona Snipe. But it worked. The problem is that I needed to take 3 prizes. And they only had to take 1 prize at the end there too. So I was in a bit of trouble. I was in a little bit of trouble. Give me 1 minute. 1 moment. I'll be back in a second. And then we're going to review Gyarados. And just in case you would like to discuss, this is what it does. So I'll be right back. Stretch of a Darmanitan, CC the monkey. Ooh, yeah, that could have been good. But it was, I don't know, it was like kind of cooked. It was not looking good. What can we say about Misty's Gyarados? I think first of all, we have to look at all the other Misty cards to give context. And there are a few. So I'm gonna look at all of them real quick. So what do they all do? What do all the Misty cards do? Let's have a look. So Misty Psyduck says, once during your turn, if it's on your bench, you can discard the bottom card of your deck. If you do, discard all cards attached to this Pokemon and then put this Pokemon on top of your deck. If this Pokemon is on your bench, you may discard the bottom card of your deck. Goes into the discard pile. If you do, discard all cards attached to this Pokemon and put it on top of your deck. What a weird ability. Let's look at the rest of the cards before we... Wait. Oh, right. Okay, I understand. Because the way Gyarados works, of course. Yeah, so Panic Jump is there to make sure that, like, Gyarados will be getting an effect. It's a way to store the Gary boost. Hey, Patchy. Patchy, I noticed that you were streaming live again. Wait, I don't want to do a review of Gyarados. I've changed my mind. I want to review something else. Okay, my theory is that ultra rares do good as shorts. And Gyarados is not an ultra rare. Oh, yeah. I actually didn't even think about using Ursaluna. My bad. I should have. But it wouldn't have mattered because of the Devo. Yeah. I'm gonna look at the other cards first. Okay. So Misty's Starmie just does more damage. Staryu, yeah, both the Starmie and Staryu are not that great. And then Magikarp has a built-in damage prevention. And then, of course, the Gyarados. Oh, there's a Lapras as well. So let's look at the Lapras too. The Lapras says just get Pokemon, so that's fine. And Gyarados says discard top 7 cards of your deck. This attack does 70 more for each Misty's Pokemon that you discard in this way. So I think like the thing that actually no, I will review it because it's a stage 1 energy, and then it's a question of like can we make it work? Well, I think like historically stage 1 Pokemon with singular energy attack costs have been good. One of the more recent examples of that would be something like Malamar in the Rapid Strike format. That's like the first one that comes to mind. A lot of the Rocket set looks fun. A lot of interesting cards here. Grimmsnarl seems to be the best thing from the set, and it was released before the set came out. The old Typhlosion deck, but this is on a stage 1. Was there a Typhlosion with an attack like this? I don't even remember that one. Oh, actually, I kind of remember something like that, but only vaguely. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. So what is there to say about Gyarados? So Gyarados, Misty's Gyarados is a... What set is this from, by the way? From Heatwave Arena. So is an upcoming... So will this come out in Destined Rivals? A much worse Slowking? It's fine to be a hater. It's fine to be a hater of this card because it's not like... It's not super good. You can't really like control the deck as well. And you're like discarding your own resources. So I don't think that it's very good, but you can certainly like just play it for fun, right? There's an upcoming stage 1 Misty's Pokemon with an interesting attack. I'm only gonna mention Splash Panic in Splash Panic, which reads, and then read the text. So, Misty's Gyarados is a collision, I'll say a collision of a couple of different archetypes, which have historically been okay. The stage 1 deck with high damage and a single energy attachment style. I won't say a collision of a couple of different archetypes. The stage 1 decks with high damage and single energy attachment and a single high damage on a single energy attachment have been good historically. My first the first example which comes to mind is, I'll say stage 1 non-EX decks. So I sit here and listen to you all, or you have to listen to me yammer on about what I'm typing, because I'm like typing a quick script so I can just do this in one take. Yeah, Academy at Night would be a potential enabler. I would say there's the card called something kit. Deduction Kit is another one, which lets you manipulate the top deck. So we gotta throw in a couple of examples: Academy at Night, Misty Psyduck, and Deduction Kit. Cypher Maniac is a good one. So many of the options that are available in Slow King decks are the ones that you want to look at for this. But you could also consider cards like Deduction Kit and Misty Psyduck, which is unique to the archetype as well. First example which comes to mind is Malamar. What was the set called? Was it just called Rapid Strike? We'll just call it Rapid Strike Malamar. Which similarly asks the player to complete a bit of a puzzle to get the damage. This Gyarados is not so great because it's difficult to ensure the damage output, unlike a deck like Rapid Strike Malamar. You can make use of cards like Cypher Maniac, Academy at Night, Misty's Psyduck, and even Deduction. Psyduck and even Deduction Kit to try and stack the top of the deck for the attack. Given the volatility of this of the attack, I'm going to give this a. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. I'm gonna be pretty harsh. A 2 out of 5. It's pretty bad, but it does look like a lot of fun to play. Yeah, you could just mill yourself. That's true. Yeah. So Deduction Kit. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck and put them back in any order, or put them to the bottom of your deck. So that's kind of like what why it's like kind of good in this. Alright, so I'm going to stop the music. I'm going to set up a live split, which I use to time myself. Yeah, it'll be fun to play for sure, Patchy. It'll be fun. Okay, cool. So, we'll try and do it in one take. So I'm going to need you all. You burned your finger. You better go tend to that pronto. Good luck, Zenny. I hope you're alright. Okay. I'm going to do the thing. We'll do this YouTube short in one go, 1 or 2 goes. And then we might be able to fit like one more game in. And then that'll be it for the evening. So, Misty's Gyarados is an upcoming Stage 1 Misty's Pokemon with an interesting attack in Splash Panic, which reads, discard the top 7 cards of your deck. This attack does 70 damage for each Misty's Pokemon that you discarded in this way. Stage 1 non-EX decks with high damage on a single energy attachment have been pretty good historically. The first example which comes to mind is Rapid Strike Malamar, which similarly asks the player to complete a bit of a puzzle to get the damage. This Gyarados is not so great because it's difficult to ensure the damage output, unlike a deck like Rapid Strike Malamar. You can make use of cards like Cypher Maniac, Academy at Night, Misty Psyduck, or even Deduction Kit to try and stack the top of the deck for the attack. Given the volatility of the attack, I'm going to give this card a 2 out of 5. It's pretty bad, but it does look like a lot of fun. So let's try and build something with it, and we'll see what happens. That ending was a little bit scuffed, but like I would be okay with uploading that. But I'll read through it one more time. Now that I've read through it once, I sort of like know what's coming up, so we'll be okay. Put it up in front of me. Do it one more time. Misty's Gyarados is an upcoming Stage 1 Pokemon with an interesting attack in Splash Panic, which reads, discard the top 7 cards of your deck. This attack does 70 for each Misty's Pokemon that you discarded in this way. Stage 1 non-EX decks with high damage on a single energy attachment have been pretty good historically. The first example which comes to mind is Rapid Strike Malamar, which similarly asks the player to complete a bit of a puzzle to get the damage. This Gyarados is not so great because it's difficult to ensure the damage output. Unlike a deck like Rapid Strike Malamar, you can make use of cards like Cypher Maniac, Academy at Night. Ooh, I read that really weird, actually, that whole second paragraph, so I'll do it a third time. I'll do it one more from the top. Misty's Gyarados is an upcoming Stage 1 Misty's Pokemon with an interesting attack in Splash Panic, which reads, discard the top 7 cards of your deck. This attack does 70 damage for each Misty's Pokemon that you discarded in this way. Stage 1 non-EX decks with high damage and a single energy attachment have been pretty good historically. The first example that comes to mind is Rapid Strike Malamar, which similarly asks the player to complete a bit of a puzzle to get the damage. This Gyarados is not so great. It requires you to ensure... Wait, I'll say that paragraph again. This Gyarados is not so great because it's difficult to ensure the damage output, unlike a deck like Rapid Strike Malamar. You can make use of cards like Cypher Maniac, Academy at Night, Misty Psyduck, and even Deduction Kit to try and stack the top of I'll say that paragraph again. This Gyarados is not so great because it's difficult to ensure the damage output. Unlike a deck like Rapid Strike Malamar, you can... Oh, I'm putting the inflection in the wrong place when I'm speaking that third paragraph. So annoying. Take it from the top again. Misty's Gyarados is an upcoming Stage 1 Pokemon with an interesting attack in Splash Panic, which reads, discard the top 7 cards of your deck. This attack does 70 damage for each Misty's Pokemon that you discarded in this way. Stage 1 non-EX decks with high damage on a single energy attachment have been pretty good historically. The first example that comes to mind is Rapid Strike Malamar, which similarly asks the player to complete a bit of a puzzle to get the damage. This Gyarados is not so great because it's difficult to ensure the damage output, unlike a deck like Rapid Strike Malamar. You can make use of cards like Cypher Maniac, Academy at Night, Misty Psyduck, and even Deduction Kit to try and stack the top of the deck for the attack. But given the volatility of the attack, I'm going to give this card a 2 out of 5. It's pretty bad, but it does look like a lot of fun to play. Okay, that was good. That take was good. We're done. We've finished our homework for tonight. Okay, we happy? Misties. Gyarados. Okay. Homework's done for tonight. We get to play whatever we like now. Swing it back to Toronto for maybe one last game, huh? Thank you, Yuki. Like old times, huh? So the Gyarados, reviewing the Gyarados for the YouTube Shorts will be interesting because I'll be able to see whether people care if it's an ultra rare or not. Any Pokemon with abilities that act like a Night Stretcher? Good question. Pokemon that recover things from the discard pile is not really that common at the moment. The one interesting recovery card at the moment is Pelipper, which gets a supporter from either the discard pile or the deck with its ability. So that's a good one. Maybe, Patchy, maybe. Hey, Contact. What's my take on Grapple Locked and the attack Slow Acting Syndrome? If it's a single prize deck and it's going to attack with the attack name Slow Acting Syndrome, you know, that doesn't bode well necessarily, but I will have a look at it in a moment. I don't want to play any cards here. Because the only... if I play the Ultra Ball, the only thing I want to discard is the two bosses' orders. So I'll just do this. Does 30 damage and then the knocks out the opponent's active at the end of their turn. I mean, it's cool. Also, okay, Patchy. So I've got an interesting experiment going at the moment where I'm trying to upload a short every day. So I'm getting a lot of data to try and, you know, get an idea of what's effective, what's not, like all that sort of thing, right? It's like an interesting opportunity. Ooh, why did I not go for Cleffa? Why did I not go for Cleffa there? So, a couple of days ago, I uploaded a Cynthia's Garchomp short. And if you're curious, you can just check out the YouTube, but I did a short on Cynthia's Garchomp, and I used like the illustrator, like the special art rare or whatever it's called. Dude, am I gonna get cooked by Morgrim? Because I didn't get Cleffa. And the Cynthia short actually has not done well compared to like my other ones. I assumed that a card with Garchomp and Cynthia front and center on it would easy peasy get views. But it doesn't appear to be the case, which is really odd. Am I cooked? Dude, I think I just lose on the spot, huh? You gonna make Garchomp? Yeah, Garchomp's awesome, huh? I think it's good. Maybe people don't know about it yet. But what I'm saying is if we're thinking about it from a pure clickbait point of view, X Factor, I assume that Cynthia, extremely popular Pokemon character, plus Garchomp, extremely popular Pokemon on a special art rare, an extremely popular type of card to chase if you're a collector, or even if you're a competitor, I assume that that would get views. But instead, it's Titan EX that got all the views. It's Yanmega EX that's getting all the views. It is not Cynthia's Garchomp. And so like my theory is that it is because people know Cynthia and Garchomp that it is not getting the clicks. It's kind of like reverse psychology, because there's nothing to figure out with that deck, because it's obvious, right? Get your Garchomp, get your, you know, whatever, get your Roserades, and off you go. Because it seems obvious, people are not that interested in listening to someone tell them that it's good, or could be good. Am I cooked? Algorithms are weird, it's true. Well, if you don't make assumptions, then you just do nothing. Then no progress is made. So I'm working with a data set of nothing, and I'm making assumptions in order to learn. Okay? I'm not here to make an ass out of you and Umption, X Factor. I'm not here to make an ass out of you or anybody else. And it's not Umption's fault. What did Umption do? So, yeah. Yeah, it's just like, you have to try something, and then you learn. Because, like, if I just got it right on the first go, then I would say that anybody could just be a YouTuber and quit their job and talk about Pokemon cards for a living. But it's not true. And even most people who talk about Pokemon cards don't get to do it for a living. Many of the ones that are behind the mic for casting events and stuff don't. Not necessarily. Grab attention with a teaser that makes them want to stay. Yeah, it's true. Alright, we're gonna do something funny here. Need that monkey dory. I am going to evolve. So it forces them to... Well, I mean, they just get it with this anyway, but... But if we do this, maybe they can't attack. We'll see. Have I ever tried looping a short? Haven't. Although, like, I did upload a short that was, like, so short that people had to watch it more than once. Because they wanted to see what had actually happened. Yeah, that's cool, X Factor, that's cool. Okay, the Dracloak survived. Yep, Dracloak survived, that's good. handy. Okay, let's do this. I'm annoyed that they got the energy, but how it be? Can I have? I can have. I'm doing it. Is this a good idea? Dude, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. This game's cooked. I'm out. See ya. Goodbye. You beat a God of War? Nice. Playing Great Tusk? I'll keep your thoughts in mind, Patchy. So focus more on the opening. So maybe what I need is to come up with some kind of like fancy editing for like the first 5 seconds. Possibly have to do it. Yeah, if the script started with like Misty's Gyarados is a 2 out of 5 and this is why. Or Misty's Gyarados is a 2 out of 5 and then blah. Yeah. But I will be honest, I think my shorts end up being a bit too long. They're almost always between 50 and 60 seconds. But for what they are, that is like an appropriate amount of time. But the problem is people just swipe away. They swipe away like straight away. So I don't know. I have to like keep doing it to decide whether it's worthwhile or not. In terms of like shorts in general, like the amount of views that I'm getting is not a lot. So I'm like not that I'm not sure. I'm just not sure where I stand with shorts. It's all like a means to an end. Like I'm trying to use shorts as a funnel for people to find me. Am I gonna regret this? What could possibly go wrong? Card review shorts do well. Follow that format. Do they? Do they? Do you think short reviews like that are like popular in general? Like short reviews of singular cards like that work? Yeah, there's truth to that, X Factor. There's truth. Word of mouth and whatnot. But the thing that I want is, yeah, just like I guess organic growth. So like I'm not about to like tell all of you. I'm not about to tell all my friends to go watch my shorts. Please, I need more views. What I want is for all of that to happen naturally, but I have to do like the hard part to make that happen. Which, yeah, it's kind of like as you said, X Factor. The more I do it, the more I put myself out into the universe in ways that people wouldn't otherwise find me. If the shorts do well, they can build a lot of face recognition. True. I also really don't want to... You messed up. You messed up. Oh, no. Say it ain't so clever. Oh, no. But I'm going to bail them out anyway with an Ionu. Worthwhile if I'm not burning out. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. No! It saved me, but it also betrayed me. I have to. I have to. Patchy, do you do TikTok at all? Do you know much? Do you have much of an opinion on TikTok? Or is like YouTube it for like card games? I know that like opening card packs is bizarrely popular. So like it makes sense that I should just try and weave my way into that, because it's more than just a little adjacent to what I do as a competitive player. So it might be a good way to like draw people in. Or you know, if I make opening packs just part of my brand, then you know people can watch me for that. And then eventually, like ideally, I build enough of a so this is thinking like the impossible future where I get enough of a foothold in the space of this hobby, where people want to watch like anything that I do and not just pack opening. Then that's like the best far off future you can hope for. Very lucky top deck there. I kind of want to preserve the Monkey Dory energy, so I'm going to switch. Wait, do I care about the energy on Monkey Dory? Kind of no, hey? I kind of don't, actually. I kind of don't care. So I'm going to preserve that switch. And then item lock. It's a good idea, Cupboard. It's a good idea. You're not the first person to suggest it. Heatran, Energy Recycler, and Matang. That's cooking. Really, really good combo. Cause like, it was like already like a pretty cool idea, Matang Heatran. But now with the recycler, that's huge. Although Basculegion is what it had pre-rotation, right, to help it out a lot. So that was why like you kind of didn't need the energy recycler, but yeah. A fully one prize a deck? Yeah, it's a lot of fun, huh? Factor, if you had the time, you'd schedule to do more. Yeah. Yeah, it's why like I put a lot of effort into what I'm doing now, because I just happen to have the time available to me to do so. So I just try. Ooh, nice. Do this. What are you weak to, Doc? I do not want the lock to be broken by Dusknoir. Really? Wild Tyrant is discard pile, huh? Research. Do this. Cupboard, where have you been? We did a card review on Rev of Room earlier too. Very, very interesting. That everybody's focused on like a lot of the same cards. Yeah, I mean, I would call it like a 3 out of 5 type of card. The idea is there for sure. The idea is there. We need to bait out the stadiums before we play Neutralization Zone. Just go chill. You can also, you know, Cracking Stomp will help us get there too. taking only one prize means that, you know, Charizard is going to have to swing a couple of times to get our Tyranitar. Patchy, another great concept for engagement is to add a little top comment will be my next review. Ooh. Yeah. That's a good idea. Actually, Patchy, you might be cooking with that idea. Top comments on this video will be my next review. So, do you think like as a pinned comment or something, or like in the description or something? Where is that like most effective? But I'll try it. Like I'll be uploading a YouTube short tonight, which will be the Gyarados, and then I'll just add that somewhere. TikTok punishes creators clicking links that take them off the app. Alright, let's do this. Please. Please, I don't want to discard candy. Thank you! I have to. I have to. I might have to put this down. Because I don't know how this next turn goes. I'm gonna knock this out, I think. Because I don't want to deal with Defiance Band either. So even out the prizes at you know, 4 prizes remaining. Getting rid of Briar is nice too. Thoughts on goggles? I mean, it's a great option if you have need for it to deal with certain matchups. That's the one that prevents weakness, right? On basic Pokemon. Most people throw it in right at the end, so anyone willing to engage with the entire video goes to comment right after. Okay. I'll have to do something like that in my next, if I remember. I'll do it as like a comment first and see if people engage with it. So let's do this. Put a cape on. Uh-oh. Any Larvitar fans in the chat? Any Larvitars? Hands up if you're a Larvitar, because I'm going to need you. Zenny, I asked for a Larvitar to appear and then you appeared, so thank you. Am I cooked? Oh no, dude. Okay, I'm gonna try. Oh. If they have the Dusclops, I'm dead. I am dead. If they have the Dusclops, GG. Go do groceries. Thank you so much for hanging out, Yuki. It's nice to see you every so often. Always welcome back. Take care. You are a Larvitar. Charizard making a comeback? I've seen. It's interesting. Are we gonna have to? Are we gonna make the return to Charizard? Is it because Dragapult is getting bullied? Well, Zenny, don't hold out on me. I need a list. I need a list. I mean, it's not hard to build Charizard, right? You probably just take the League Battle deck and run. Is it easy to win against it? What was it that was making Charizard so difficult to play? The game became very... So, Pult Dusknoir, I guess, is what made it hard to play. Yeah. Am I cooked? Am I cooked? Check Discord. Ah. Well, look, it's hard for me to say no to anything with Chi Yu in it. You know how it goes. Dude. Okay. So. We are having a little bit of a situation. I am dead. Certainly wasn't great, Patchy. It certainly wasn't great. Woo! Wait, can we just mill them? Can we just mill them? Maybe they're unable to play their items, so they can't get Dusknoir. The thing that really hurt the most was Pult Dusknoir, I guess. Okay, we're living. We're living. They're almost out of cards, too. They're almost out. What can I do? Well, we can try is what we can do. I'm gonna do this. Okay. Just take a card out of the deck, and then we draw. Wait, can I Artisan for anything? Is that worth doing? No, I should have already known that. So, Iono? No. Do we want to use Iono in this position, or not? Or not? So they probably just have it with Mega Fire of Envy. And okay, Pidgeot's like always going to get it for them. So, yeah. See if we just discard what they need to be able to do anything, I guess. No. Maybe they just can't get their energy back. It's like kind of close, but they probably have it. They grab from Pidgeot. Yeah. See, neutralization. I thought about neutralization zone, but it wouldn't have helped in this position. There's like so many ways for them to just not have to care about that card. So I didn't. Instead, I just wanted to try and like pressure the cards remaining in deck. Maybe I should have Iono'd and then used Cracking Stomp. Maybe that could have worked. Probably not, actually. What do I think of Ting Lu from Twilight Masquerade? Let's have a look. You know, I have a redemption for reviewing cards. But I guess you're just asking me for like a quick take on it, right? So it's this one, right? Ground Crasher. It's not that great. It's kind of good, but it's not that great. Ground Crasher, 30 damage. If there's a stadium, it does 30 to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon and discard the stadium. So it might be good like a couple of times, but its use is very niche. Like, you have to be playing into a deck that gains a lot of benefit from supporters.
Boom. I covered just
stadiums.
redeemed card review.
Thank you, Cupboard. So, it has to be a deck that wants to spam stadiums. And then it specifically has to have a good matchup against you to want to tech the Tinglu. I guess you could discard your own stadium with it too and try and, like, spam the Ground Crasher. But, yeah, you have to, like, dedicate so much of the deck to a card which will ultimately just get discarded anyway. So, like, let's say, for example, it's like, so there's certain cards that certain stadiums that this wouldn't synergize with, like, at all. You know, for example, Rocket's Watchtower, you wouldn't be able to use that in a Tinglu deck, because if you're trying to, like, the stadiums that go best with Tinglu would be ones where you get use out of it immediately and then you, like, discard it, right? So, like, a good stadium with Tinglu would actually be something like Grand Tree, so you can stop your opponent from getting a use out of it, as an example. Can't wait to get Grimmsnarl. Yeah, it's proving to be pretty good. There's a lot of people trying it online, so... Trip to see Pult, Goldengo, and Guardy at the top, Patchy. Yeah, true. What do I think of Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield? Well, let's find out together, shall we? Let's find out. Is this gonna be safe for me to play on YouTube? Am I gonna get a DCMA'd? No, it's 15 years old, this song. DCMA. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's a good song. It's a good song. Was I about to get in trouble with the YouTube overlords? Alright, you lot. It is 8 PM my time. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? There you go. Thank you all for hanging out tonight. There's actually been quite a few of you hanging out tonight. It's been nice. Nice to have you. Nice to see you. Thanks all for being here, though. We might go raid, so I have them followed. They're an Australian creator, Made of Lucy.
Wow.
Lucy looks like they're preparing to be a vendor at a show. So that's cool. Made of Lucy. And they only just started streaming, so let's go give them a raid. I am not 100% sure on my schedule tomorrow, but more than likely just streaming as usual. More than likely usual stream. Maybe even an earlier start. So that will be exciting if that's the case. And if I do, I might... Maybe I'll do some variety, who knows? I'll have to do some kind of card review to break into 1 billion pieces. That would be an impressive feat. But I certainly don't want that to happen, so we'll see. But yeah. Look, I gotta go prepare for dinner and things like that and start working on my next short. So I'm gonna leave you to it. And I'll see you in the next live stream video. So take care and good night and goodbye and good morning and have a good day. Bye bye.
Maybe some people